Ready to witness the ultimate power hierarchy of the Dragon Ball universe? From the flawless technique of the fusion dance to the divine strength of the Potara Earrings, combining two warriors creates a level of power nothing else can match. We're breaking down every major fusion, revealing their incredible abilities and their crippling flaws. I'll give you the complete power breakdown, but you decide who ranks number one. In the comments below, tell me, who is the single most powerful fusion in Dragon Ball history? Note, we are focusing on true fusions only, not absorptions like Cell or Buu. Fusion Dance. Gotenks. Gotenks is the fusion of Goten and Trunks, first appearing during the Majin Buu saga in Dragon Ball Z, when the boys used the technique to combat the growing threat of Majin Buu. As a fusion, Gotenks exhibits remarkable abilities, blending the fighting talents and natural creativity of both Goten and Trunks. His signature move is the Super Ghost Kamikaze attack, which allows him to generate ghostly clones of himself that violently explode upon contact with an enemy. Another notable technique is the Galactic Donut, a glowing energy ring used to trap and immobilize opponents. He also utilizes the Charging Ultra Boo Boo Volleyball, where he traps his opponent inside an energy sphere and hurls it like a volleyball. To overwhelm opponents with sheer volume, he unleashes the continuous Die Missile Barrage, a rapid-fire series of energy blasts. Gotenks can transform into Super Saiyan and even the rare Super Saiyan 3, but while this dramatically increases his strength, speed, and energy output, it comes at the cost of rapidly depleting his 30-minute fusion time. Veku. Veku is the comical and underwhelming result of Goku and Vegeta performing the fusion dance incorrectly. This fusion occurs non-canonically in the movie Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn, when the two Saiyans attempt to merge to combat the powerful villain Janemba. Due to a slight misalignment in their moves, the result is Veku, a stubby, overweight, and clumsy version of their intended fusion, lacking the aura of strength typically associated with such a powerful merger. His power level is significantly lower than either Goku or Vegeta individually, leaving him unable to stand up to Janemba in direct combat. Veku has limited combat abilities and relies mostly on comical tactics, such as evasion techniques like rabbit feet to run away, which only buys some time. Once the standard 30 minutes expire, Goku and Vegeta separate and successfully attempt the dance again, forming the vastly more powerful Gogeta. Gogeta is the Metamoran fusion of Goku and Vegeta, making his canonical debut in Dragon Ball Super during the Broly saga. This fusion was initiated out of desperation when both fighters realized that Broly's overwhelming power could not be stopped individually, resulting in one of the most powerful characters in the entire universe. As a fusion, Gogeta combines the unmatched fighting instincts, power, and skills of Goku and Vegeta, amplifying them exponentially. He possesses access to transformations such as Super Saiyan Blue, and even the formidable Super Saiyan God SS Evolved, his strongest form yet. He is also able to use instant transmission and the Kamehameha, including the Big Bang Kamehameha, a colossal attack capable of destroying anything in its way. Gogeta's unique techniques include the Stardust Breaker, a rainbow-colored energy sphere that deals a massive amount of damage. He also uses Meteor Explosion, a powerful internal attack that activates once Gogeta floods his enemy's body with ki and detonates it within the foe. And Ultimate Impact, a rush attack consisting of a powerful barrage of unseen punches and kicks. His overwhelming strength, speed, and precision make him one of the most powerful fusions in the Dragon Ball series. Like all fusion dances, it lasts for 30 minutes, and any energy imbalance or extended transformation can further shorten this duration. His non-canonical appearance in Dragon Ball GT as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta further showcased his playful yet devastatingly powerful nature. Potara Fusion. Old Kai. The being known as Old Kai is the result of a unique and permanent fusion between the Supreme Kai of the 15th generation and an Old Witch. Crucially, this fusion was not intentional. The Old Witch playfully stole one of the Supreme Kai's Potara Earrings and placed it on her ear, triggering the fusion immediately. The two beings were irreversibly combined millions of years prior to Dragon Ball Z, fundamentally altering the Supreme Kai's abilities and personality. Old Kai retained the divine nature of the Supreme Kai while gaining the Witch's quirky demeanor and magical abilities. This greatly expanded his capabilities, including an in-depth understanding of mystical techniques and universal lore. His most notable power is his Unlock ability, which allows him to bring out the full potential of any person, a skill demonstrated by awakening Gohan's hidden power during the Majin Buu saga. He can also use his magic materialization ability to conjure physical matter out of thin air. Kibito Kai. Kibito Kai is the permanent fusion of Supreme Kai, Shin, and his loyal servant Kibito, achieved using the Potara Earrings. This fusion occurs during the Majin Buu saga in Dragon Ball Z, when the two fuse to enhance their abilities and face the looming threats in the universe. Kibito Kai combines the divine powers, wisdom, and personalities of both individuals. The fusion gains heightened strength, durability, and ki control. Kibito Kai can use telepathy and psychokinesis, and can even use magic materialization. Additionally, he benefits from Supreme Kai's profound knowledge of universal history and his ability to sense divine energies. While not a frontline fighter, his enhanced abilities and wisdom make him a strategic and supportive figure, capable of healing and providing guidance. Vegito. Vegito is the fusion of Goku and Vegeta achieved using the Potara Earrings. He first appeared during the Majin Buu saga in Dragon Ball Z when Goku and Vegeta fused to confront Super Buu. As Vegito, the fusion combines the immense power and combat skills of both Saiyans, resulting in a warrior whose strength exceeds the sum of its parts. He possesses unparalleled confidence and composure, notably taking on more of Vegeta's personality as opposed to Gogeta. This form blends Goku's lightheartedness with Vegeta's intense pride and determination. His abilities include Goku's mastery of energy attacks like the God Final Kamehameha and the Spirit Sword, which becomes the massive Galaxy Spirit Sword. He can also use a large set of attacks like the Big Bang Attack and Banshee Blast, an attack activated after concentrating energy at the tip of his fingers and launching them as spheres. Vegito is capable of transforming into Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan Blue, dramatically increasing his power and speed to match any adversary. Despite his incredible power, Vegito's fusion is limited by time and energy consumption, particularly when using transformations like Super Saiyan Blue.
Fused Zamasu. Fused Zamasu, the result of the fusion between Goku Black and Future Zamasu, achieved using the Potara Earrings during the Future Trunks saga in Dragon Ball Super. This is a fusion of two immortal beings, one physically immortal, Future Zamasu, and one wielding limitless power, Goku Black in Goku's stolen body. Fused Zamasu represents the pinnacle of their combined strength and ideology, with power far surpassing even Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta. He possesses a godly aura that exudes divine energy and can transform into halo form, with a glowing energy ring behind him, symbolizing his self-proclaimed divinity. Fused Zamasu abilities include the devastating Holy Light Grenade, a destructive energy attack that takes the form of a giant sphere that explodes on impact. A variation is Holy Wrath, which creates a sun-like energy sphere combining Black's Power Ball with God Splitter, making it Zamasu ultimate attack. He can also use Blades of Judgment, which rains a barrage of energy blades upon his enemies. His regenerative abilities, gained from Future Zamasu's immortality, allow him to recover from nearly any physical damage. However, the fusion eventually destabilizes due to the contradictory nature of Goku Black's mortal body and Future Zamasu's immortality, causing Fused Zamasu to mutate grotesquely and lose some of his composure, growing larger and more muscular in exchange. Though defeated, his immortality allowed him to survive as Infinite Zamasu, a bodiless, omnipresent, non-corporeal form. Kefla. Kefla is the fusion of Universe 6 Saiyan warriors Caulifla and Kale, created using the Potara Earrings provided by Champa during the Tournament of Power in Dragon Ball Super. The fusion was initiated as a last resort to counter the overwhelming power of Goku. As Kefla, she combines Caulifla's fiery determination and combat instincts with Kale's incredible raw power, creating a warrior whose strength far exceeds the sum of its parts. Upon formation, Kefla demonstrated immense power, immediately overwhelming Goku in Super Saiyan God form and forcing him to escalate to Super Saiyan Blue and later Ultra Instinct. She can transform into Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2. Her energy output is so massive, her abilities include overwhelming energy projection and incredible speed. Her gigantic blast allows her to create clusters of green and red ki blasts. From this, she can derive the gigantic burst, a much more powerful charged blast, and the ray blast, which releases her aura strongly to fire powerful laser-like flashes omnidirectionally. Anilaza. Anilaza is the ultimate fusion created by Paparoni, the leader of Universe 3's team during the Survival Saga in Dragon Ball Super. This transformation is achieved through a unique mechanical and organic fusion process where Borita, Panchia, and Koitsukai fused with Paparoni himself to form a colossal, immensely powerful warrior. Anilaza's power far exceeds the sum of the individuals that created it, combining Paparoni's strategic intelligence with the raw strength and advanced capabilities of his robotic teammates. It wields immense physical strength, capable of swatting away multiple opponents simultaneously with its wings. Its energy projection abilities are highly advanced, launching devastating energy blasts and creating enormous shockwaves from its mouth and crystal. Its ability, Subspace Punch, allows it to open a portal near itself and near its enemies to deliver devastating punches from a distance. One of Anilaza's most powerful abilities is his Destructive Burst, which generates a massive red energy spear and hurls it at the target, delivering huge amounts of damage. Piccolo and Nail. This pivotal fusion occurred on planet Namek during the Frieza saga in Dragon Ball Z. Piccolo and Nail performed a Namekian fusion, a unique technique to Namekians where one merges with another, transferring their strength, knowledge, and abilities into a single enhanced individual. Nail, critically injured after his battle with Frieza, offered himself to Piccolo to prevent his abilities from going to waste. As a result, Piccolo gained a massive power boost, allowing him to fight on par with Frieza's second transformation. Beyond the raw power increase, Piccolo inherited Nail's combat experience and insight, which enhanced his strategic thinking. While Piccolo retained his identity and personality, Nail's consciousness remained within him, allowing him to communicate mentally. Piccolo and Kami. This pivotal fusion occurred during the Imperfect Cell saga in Dragon Ball Z. Piccolo and Kami used the Namekian fusion technique to reclaim the power of the nameless Namekian, which was desperately needed to combat the growing threat. Kami agreed to allow himself to be assimilated by Piccolo due to his eternal youth. The resulting restored form, sometimes called Kamiko by Goku, caused the Earth Dragon Balls created by Kami to become unusable, while also inadvertently restoring the Black Star Dragon Balls created by the nameless Namekian in the non-canon GT continuation. Piccolo not only became strong enough to hold his own against Imperfect Cell and even Android 17 before being defeated, but he also benefited from Kami's wisdom, which allowed him to trick Cell into revealing his origins. The fusion granted Piccolo a dramatic increase in power, making him the strongest Z fighter at the time. He gained Kami's vast knowledge, wisdom, experience, and an amplified spiritual awareness. Cyanel and Purina. During the Tournament of Power arc in Dragon Ball Super, Cyanel, a warrior from Universe 6, fused with many of his fellow Namekians using the traditional Namekian fusion to significantly boost his power. This method involved an entire population of Namekians merging their strength and essence into Cyanel, making the power amplification exponentially greater than Piccolo's individual fusions. The fusion imbued Cyanel with the combined strength, skills, and experience of the other Namekians, allowing him to contend with elite warriors such as Gohan and Piccolo with greatly enhanced durability and regeneration. Purina, another warrior of Universe 6, underwent a similar process, merging with multiple Namekians to gain the same boost. This decision to undergo such a fusion showcased the resolve and sacrifice of Universe 6's Namekians. Planet Namek Savior. The planet Namek Savior is the fusion of multiple Namekians formed to defend New Namek from any evil that threatens it, first appearing in Dragon Ball Super. This fusion aligns with the Namekian fusion technique where one Namekian absorbs the other into a single being. However, despite this newly found power, this form was quickly defeated by a partially evolved Moro, making the sacrifice of the Namekians seem in vain.
Fusion is the ultimate double-edged sword, a terrifying power spike that always comes with a time limit or a cost. These mergers have gifted the Dragon Ball universe with its most iconic and formidable warriors. We've broken down the powers and crippling weaknesses of every major fusion. Now, the final decision rests with you. I've laid out the facts, but who do you think is truly the most powerful fusion? Personally, I believe the canonical battle would be between full-power Fused Zamasu or Vegito Blue, but it's best to leave that debate to the audience. Don't forget to like this video if you powered up with us and subscribe to the channel for more definitive Dragon Ball breakdowns every single week. We'll see you in the comments.